What's up, guys? It's like 4 in the morning and I'm still awake, just barely, but I'm super stoked. Finally built my box mod. Yeah, nothing too fancy. It's a Hammond 1590B enclosure. Didn't use magnets because it's a dual 26-650. I ought to be able to go all day on it. Magnets are cool. I'm not disrespecting the magnets, but I don't know, I just like the screws, so I kept them. IPV6 Switch, I think it is. I put the nut on the outside to make a little more room on the inside and to cover up this little Dremel happiness that I made. It's like a 1mm gap that I'm covering up here. Yeah, not too proud of that, but turned out pretty cool. It's epoxied in, so it's not going anywhere. Still fires. Varitube, I can hold this right. Varitube Low Profile 510 connector. Rocking the little Boy RDA dual coil, like 4mm diameter coils, 10 wraps each. I think it's like 0.62 ohms. I had it at like 0.28 on my Panzer Mech on a single battery. I tried it on here and it pretty much like just one hit took all the juice. So I had to build it a little bit higher, build the coils a little bit bigger, add a little bit more cotton, and instead of having this thing at like half airflow, I have it wide open, full force airflow. And it still tastes fine. Like it still tastes like gives me a really good flavor, but since I ran my 26-650s in series instead of parallel, on a full charge I'm getting 8.4 volts, 7.4 volts nominal charge, and I'm thinking it dies at like 5. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to run it down yet. I hate running things down completely. That's bad practice, so I just try to avoid that anyway. This is my first powder coating job as well. It's not perfect. I'll get better at it. But I used the mirror blue from Eastwood.com and their powder coating kit. Turned out pretty good. I baked it in a $10 Goodwill toaster oven. Pop the cap. Running some pretty fat coils. I hate doing fancy coils. Sometimes I'll do a twisted or a parallel, but I like to keep it simple. Organic Japanese cotton, standard issue. Not a lot going on there. So I'm going to pop it open and show you the insides. Be right back. Alright, so we'll start with the lid. Hammond 1590B. You can't see that, but I insulated my lid. That's not necessary whatsoever because I don't have any exposed wires or contacts that are anywhere near this lid, but I did it anyway because I mean it kind of looks cool, but it's not mandatory at all. And I just wanted to see how the spray-on insulation would work. I figured this is a good time to test it as any because this whole thing is like one big experiment for me tonight. Dual 26-650s, Snortin Boar Sled, IPV6 Switch, Varitube Low Profile, IRB 3034 Mosfet. I'm pretty sure it's an IRB 3034. I might be wrong on that specific name, but I'm pretty sure it's an IRB 3034. It's the standard issue Mosfet for any DIY unregulated box. 14 gauge wire, nothing super fancy. If I build another one, and I already have plans on building a couple more, like in the near future already, I'm going to do this cleaner. I could have done this a lot cleaner, but this is my first one. I just wanted to make sure I could do it at all, and it was a little bit harder than I thought, but it's still not extremely difficult to do. I can definitely do this again. Tomorrow I'm actually going to start on dual 18650, and I'm going to put a voltage meter in that, and maybe a safety switch. I didn't put a master switch on this because this is going to be my everyday carry. This is what I'm going to be taking to school with me, and it'll probably never leave my hand unless I set it on my desk. So I'm not overly concerned about that. Worst case scenario, I pop it open, pull the batteries out, or I don't know, I'll figure that out. I might actually rig up a switch in this tomorrow, but I probably won't because I'm lazy. Yeah, this thing hits like a freaking train. Like, the difference between a 4.2 battery or the difference between 4.2 volts and 8.4 volts is insane. Like on my Panzer tube mech, this is my first box mod, period. I haven't had an IPV or anything, but my Panzer mechanical tube mod, I can sit there on a 0.28 build and just like inhale forever on that thing. This, I have to be really careful and like pulse it 2 or 3 times, and that's about all I can take. This thing is a beast, and hopefully with these 2 big ass batteries, it should be able to last me all day without having to charge it. If it succeeds in doing that, this is the perfect box for me. It may not be the perfect box for you. I really don't care. This is the perfect box for me. So I'm going to put the lid back on it and screw it back down, and have a little vape on it. So I got it screwed back in. It took a second. I might actually put magnets in that. That took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So I'll pop my cap off. I can't remember if I showed you the coils or not, but that's like a 4mm diameter coil, dual coil, 10 reps each. Lots of cotton, because I hate dripping continuously, so I wanted it to have plenty of cotton in there to soak it up. I'm going to be dripping some Oakwood Vapors Festival. It's like a strawberry and cream flavor. Really good. Yeah, get in there nice and deep like. Got pretty lips. Yeah. Yeah, you like it, don't you? Cool. Got it dripped up. Ready to rock. So remember, I gotta pulse this thing. I can't hold it down at all. It's all about that pulse. Pulse width modulation. I might try that pretty soon. This thing rocks. This thing gets hot so fast. It stays hot. And that right there has gave me a ridiculous nicotine buzz already. I gotta put this thing down. Shout out Tom. Shout out to Snortin Boar. Awesome 3D printed sled. Really like it. Shout out to the Vapor Shop in Paris, Tennessee for hooking me up with the Little Boy, the 26 650s, and the Oakwood Juice. Shout out to the Box Modders group on Facebook. Mike Kelly keeping everybody in line. 11,000 members deep. All the files you could possibly need to make one of these. Read those files. If you join that group, read those files before you say a damn thing. Yeah, so much information on there. I highly recommend you check those guys out. If you can handle that group. If you can handle that group, it's a treasure trove of knowledge that I could not have built this box without those guys. So thank you. You guys rule. Peace.